One of the most important ways children learn is through imitation, especially by mimicking the words and actions of their loved ones. One form of imitation is called gesture imitation. This skill serves as an important foundation for language development and social skills. Children learn to imitate gestures before they learn sounded word imitation, which we'll describe further in our next lessons. For now, we'll be covering how to help your child master some important gestures, including waving goodbye, clapping hands, opening their mouth, placing their hands over their head, and shaking their head back and forth. Waving goodbye is one of the earliest language skills that a child learns, and also one of the most important. To encourage your child to wave, start with some guided practice. Place your hand over your child's hand, helping guide them through the motions. Make sure to do this at an appropriate time and place. For example, are you leaving their grandparents' house? Wave goodbye. Is mom or dad heading out to run some errands? Wave goodbye. Gradually, as your child becomes more used to this repetitive movement, you can begin to move your hand away when it's time to wave goodbye. For some added encouragement, you can still wave goodbye as a visual cue, but let them imitate your movements on their own. This gesture will become more meaningful as your child begins to understand when to use it during social interactions. Over time, as they mimic your repetitive movements, they'll begin using them completely unprompted. We routinely clap our hands to show excitement, appreciation, and praise. Just like waving goodbye, start by placing your hands on your child's and guiding them through the gesture. Over time, your hand support should gradually fade, allowing your child to perform the action on their own. This gesture is an important way for your child to celebrate their excitement for fun activities. Other gestures that can be useful for language development and daily living include opening their mouth. Teaching your child to open their mouths when appropriate or when asked to can be helpful for all sorts of activities, especially brushing their teeth. It also promotes imitating mouth movements that are necessary for developing speech sounds. Another is imitating hands over their head. Once a child learns this useful gesture, they'll more easily be able to raise their arms in the air when getting dressed and putting on a shirt, or trying to get someone's attention. Lastly, there's imitating shaking their head up and down and side to side. Teaching your child this gesture imitation will help them respond yes or no more readily. Once your child is able to imitate gestures, they'll be ready to participate in other types of gestures, such as playing games like peekaboo and happy as you know it, as well as blowing kisses, building blocks, and more. Just remember, strong imitation skills lead to strong language and social skills.